everybody, and welcome back to the smelliest refrigerator of hobby channels on YouTube, Pit Stain Hobbies. We're back on the awesome Hachette U96 U-Boat. We got kit 37 here, and this is a cool model. If you want to build this model, click the links in the doobly-doo below. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I got other links down there. Fun stuff. Got another bulkhead here. Nice little details on it. Got some little tiny thing already printed on there. It's quite nice. We got this little gray panel here. We've got a glue onto there. So I'm going to get a little bit of the magic melty stuff, the Tamiya extra thin, and let's get slathering. There we go. Hope everyone's day is going well. There we go. Look at that. I'm all hyped up on candy. I just got a shipment of some British chocolate bars in. Oh, man. Oof. I'm all spiked up on the caffeine and that chocolate, I suppose. Now, let's see here. I think we need these parts right here, which on Todd's website he's calling A, B, C, and D. And we're going to grab a couple of these and snip them off. Snippy, snippy. Using the Jesus finger nippers, aka God hands. The bougie nippers. Ow! I'm going to put this right in those two slots. Come on. Oh, that don't need any glue. That thing snaps in there really tight. So we're fine there. And then B, take this little guy. That's going to go in these two little slots right here. Let's see how that one. Again, super tight snap fit. Tighter than a Lego. And then, oh, look at this. This is going nice and smoothly because we're not actually having to glue anything yet. This one may be different. So I'm going to get this little guy into this vertical slot. And yes, that is not a super tight fit. So I'm going to get a little bit of glue going on the back of here. And this extra thin weeps into all the little crevasses. So it'll glue it down there good. And then part A is gonna go right, yeah, like that. Pretty tight fit, but I think that bottom slot could use a little bit of the Tamiya extra thin. All right, so that looks good. And let's see here. Yeah, we could paint a couple little, details. I'm trying to figure out what we're really gonna see. Like, it's so hard to imagine what we'll be able to see, but I'm gonna paint a couple of these little shapes here and there with a little bit of the where is it? A little bit of the AK rubber black paint marker. So I'll be right back. Alrighty then. We've got a few more pieces here that we have to snap on. And we're gonna put this little black box on here. That snaps in really well. And then we got these two little things. And we've got to flow a little bit of Tamiya extra thin into this crevasse here. And get a little, get this little guy down here. There we go. Same thing goes here. Get a little Tamiya extra thin in there. And get this other piece shoved down. Just like that. I did paint these with the dark aluminum paint marker. And that looks really good. All right. Oh, there goes the throat clearing. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Germany. I'm going to get these two tiny little blue things out of here. Grab a pair of these ceramic tweezers. I got to put these in my Amazon links when you go to my Amazon link. These are fantastic. And we got to snip these things off of their little sprue. Man, they're pretty small. They're pretty tiny parts. And come on, there we go. Let them just kind of fall off the sprue. Keep your thumb on them. And those two little suckers are gonna go right there and there. And they are very, very, very small. Are they gonna go in? Well, there's a little bit of flash. Well, oh! There's a tiny little bit of flash on the back of here that needs to come off. It was clearly part of the sprue. And these are really small. Okay. Time to break out these ceramic reverse tweezer things. And we're gonna place it in the hole. Do I have more? No, I think that should about do it. Oh, we don't want this thing to go flying across a workbench. I have a funny feeling it's gonna go flying across a workbench. Let me get it in there by hand. Oh my God, you're so tiny. Going. Oh, no! Oh, I'll be right back. All right, I don't know how I found that tiny little blue part on the floor, but I didn't want to jinx myself and put it on camera again. So I just glued those in place in those two little slots. Next up on our sprue, now I did a little rubber black paint and a little bronze paint on those straps and little tiny dots of some rubber black paint on those dots. Because I feel they will be seen. And so yeah, we did a little touches of paint. You don't have to do any of this, honestly. It's still gonna look amazing. It's just I see Todd do it on his tutorial site, and I get all like, oh yeah, that looks great. That one fits in there nice and tight. We could throw a little thin cement on the back of here, I guess. Okay. And then, oh, let's see. Scrolly. Oh my God. Oh, I'll be right back. Alrighty. So we're back. And we are going to snap this little fella in right here. Not a super tight snap, so I'm going to put a little glue on the back. Tiny little dab of magic melty stuff. And then we got that piece up there. So this little guy, I painted this dark aluminum with the paint markers. And this is going to go into this slot. There we go. Ah, that snaps in really well. No glue needed for that little canister. And then we got this little guy. Let's see here. So we got this little thing. We painted the bands on it with our brass paint marker. That's going to go in its little slot. That needs glue. So let me get some glue on the back of this one. Let's see here. There we go. A little more. And let's get a little glue on that other one just in case. There we go. That's looking good. You're gonna be seeing it from, a sideways angle, one or the other. Then we got all these little red wheels to put in here, all the little valve wheels. Let's see. So we're going to take the two biggest ones and put them here and here. And let me get that glued in real quick, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so this pack is all done, or this stage is all done. Looks nice. This model takes a little longer to build than your average part work due to all the little gluing of parts in and all the custom painting I'm doing. If you don't, it'll go quicker. Now we got another floor plate here, our little diamond plate in that bluish blue color. I find a little odd. So I am going to spray this with Tamiya X10 gunmetal out of my PS 266.5 needle Mr. Hobby airbrush made in Japan. I'm gonna get some paint loaded up there. I'm gonna spray this down real quick and I will be right back. Okay, so we got this sprayed and it turned out my GoPro, I thought it was cooperating, it wasn't. We repainted these two parts NATO black and then put some little red and silver dots on there. And we also got some of these little bits painted dark aluminum. And let me get those in view. There we go. We got these little bits. I need these magnifiers all the damn time now. Thanks, LASIK. I can see far away without glasses perfectly. Up close, not a damn thing. And what do I enjoy most? Building model kits with tiny parts up close. And we're gonna get this glued right into there. Just like that. And then we're gonna get this little fella stuck into that little hole there. Let me grab onto it with this. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna hold that up. Should let that one dry more. Okay. All right. Fine. Get a little glue. Very nice. Gonna knock this over a tiny bit this direction. Oh, for fudge's sake. Oh, fudgesicles. Let's turn it around. Oh my God. I'm gonna glue those in. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Well, we've got this one done. And that one's glued up. It looks quite good. And what are we doing now? We're gonna shove them into the base plate. So this one will go in right, yeah. Very good. This one will go in right, yeah. Fantastic. I'm gonna get some glue down here. These definitely need a bit of cement to hold down properly. And the Tamiya thin cement will burn right through that Tamiya acrylic paint we put down. And that's going to glue those into the floor. Okay. So now we're going to assemble this fella. Got 2 parts there. Okay. Good. Come on. Right side up. There we go. Kind of hard to see the white. But one of these has a big old hole in the front of it. Not a hole, but, you know, a recess. We're going to go ahead and clip this part off the sprue. Put a little cement in here. And get this glued in. What is that? Todd probably calls it out. Nope, just a... Oh, this is the main bilge pump, apparently. And then we're going to glue the other half onto it. So we're going to get some glue on these pins, like magic. And squeeze the 2 halves together. We are better together. There we go. We've got our little bilge pump assembly. And yeah, that's fine for now. I'm sticking with it as it is. Now we're going to cut this little ring off of here. I already broke off that side. We'll just cut it off of there. So, let's see. Okay, we've got to put this... There's a couple of tabs. They go into the floor plate like so, and they're a really good snap fit, but I'm still going to hit them with just the tiniest bit of thin cement from the backside. There we go, that's in there. Yes, it looks correct. That's how it should look. And then we're going to glue the bilge pump in after we just touch up this wheel with some dark aluminum. So just going to go around this. I'll probably let that dry and do another coat because it's a little bit light still. So just give me a sec, and then we'll shove her down in the hole. 1 second, please. Oakley dokley, everybody. There we go. The bilge pump is glued down into the little thing. And you just press it down in there with a little glue. No big deal. And we've got kit 39 here. Let's get this out. And it is getting late at night. Dear God. How do I spend so much time in this? Because I look at Todd's website, and I want to paint all those little details. Like this is going to get some detail. These are going to get some... Oh, God, Todd, I hate you sometimes. I love you. You're my buddy. But man, you do such nice work, and I just want to emulate it, and it's just adds so much time. We got some cool stuff here going into this... I think this is the command section. I could be wrong. We just got some kind of plate here. Looks like a mounting plate. And we've got, here we go, our little safety card. Goodbye, in the garbage. Garbage. Let's get that plastic snap back together. And again, in the garbage it goes. Got a few little detail things there. Very nice. We've got this little fella. Focus. It's already got a nice little decal printed on it. And then this big... Oh, this is the refrigerator, clearly. No, it's not. Oh, boy. Okay. So let's see. So I'm going to do a little paint work on these. I'm going to paint from this ring downward rubber black and then do a little silver trim around them. And I think that will be nice, and paint that little circle black. Give me a sec. One moment. Alrighty, so we did a little bit of painting on these parts. Some drawer handles and little black hinges and knobs and things. And a little red dot there on that third grade part. And that's about it. We're gonna glue these together. So let's get some glue on here, here and here. Come on, there we go. There we are. That's what we want. I'm gonna glue these together. Very nice. Okay. Okay, so our over-under microwave oven and Ranger. No, I'm kidding. This is all command and radio equipment and stuff. And we're gonna stick this down onto the deck plate here. And these 4 slots. And let's see how she fits in. Oh, nice. Solid, positive click. Nice snap. I'm still gonna put a little glue on those. Can never be too careful. And now we've got, I already cut out this thing and did a little dark aluminum and rubber black around there. And like I said, the painting on here. And let's just cut this off of here. And cut this off of here. There we go. Excellent. Okay. And we're going to cut this fella off of here. Let me put on my little glasses. I got 2 pairs of these at Lowe's Hardware for like, I don't know, 12 bucks, I guess. I think they're technically cheaper on Amazon, but I was just like, I got to like try them on and play with them at Lowe's, and I'm like, yeah, these are nice. So now we got to glue this thing. We're gonna glue this little thing onto. We're gonna glue this thing onto this little tab right here. So like that. So let me get that on. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, back in our frozen hell down here in the basement. This is ready to go. So we are going to glue it into these 2 slots here, just like that. And let's do that. Let's get that done. Let's get some glue smeared on here. Smear is the proper term when you're putting cream cheese on a bagel or putting extra thin cement on a model part. You want to smear your schmoo. Oh dear. It's schmoo inception. Okay, so I'm gonna actually, internet meme pun intended. I'm gonna just sit that right there for now so it can glue down, and I will be back in a second. Alrighty, well, those are all in there. I also glued down this little red knob and that little gray knob or wheel, valve, etc. And now we're gonna put these back on. Because we've got 3 things to glue in this panel here. We've got this to put on the panel. Oh, that snaps in there really nice. And we have this to snap on this panel. Snaps in nice and tight. And we have this to snap on the panel. Make sure we get it the right way around. I think that's where we want it. Yes. That one should be about even with the bottom. And so what we're going to do is just get a little bit of Tamiya extra thin on all of these. Even though they fit in nice. There we go. And I did paint a little dark aluminum on those from my AK marker. And let's see here. Now we are going to take this bench top. Let's see here. How are we going to put this on? Okay. So we're going to put the bench top down like that. And we're going to put these three down on the 3 pins. So let's get, there we go. Some extra thin on those pins. There we go. And then we are going to glue this down to this panel here in these 3 slots. So let's just shove her down. Into the slots. Okay. Then on the back of the slots, get some extra thin. Might need some more extra thin cement in here, which is basically, to me, an airbrush cleaner. It's one of the world's best hobby cements is the Tamiya airbrush cleaner. And then we're just going to squeeze her down, and look at that. Ooh, that looks awesome. That looks really nice. Okay. Green sticker. What green sticker? What? Glue the, if you have access to kit 42. Oh, I gotta find kit 42. 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so what my buddy Todd's talking about on his website is kit 42 has a green sticker to put on top of this little workstation area, and we are going to put it on. There we go. And just going to burnish it down with the ceramic tweezers. They are fairly burr-free. There we go. We've got the little green workstation thing on there, so you know if it goes on there, it's gonna look okay. So that was out of kit 42, and then we've got to take this and glue this onto here like that. So let me get a little bit of magic melty stuff. Come on, I gotta refill this bottle. There we go. Get along the pinholes. Oh, come on. I 3D printed a holder to keep from tipping over my thin cement, because when you tip over Tamiya thin cement on a work mat, you're probably buying a new work mat fairly soon. And it doesn't fit great. So we're going to break out one of the DeWalt bar clamps and squeeze her down. There we go. And I'm going to let that sit for a minute, and I'll be right back. Okie dokie. I think this is squeezed long enough. There we go. These little DeWalt clamps are amazing. Gotta get them. Now this is going to sit right down on the base plate, on the floor plate, right there. Just, oh yeah, it's actually, it's a fairly stout fitment. So let's get a little bit of magic melty stuff in there. Come on. There we go. That's my girl. Magic melty stuff. Do your thing. Seep into those little crevasses. There we are. Okay. This thing is starting to look really nice. Look at that. We got our microwave oven. We can make our popcorn. Don't microwave popcorn or fish in the submarine, Captain. No one's going to say that. They didn't have microwaves. But that's it for 39. So now we're going to go to 40. Ooh, we've got even more bits and pieces going in with stage 40. So that's right here. We got kit 40. Very nice. And I'm just playing catch up with my buddy Todd because he's doing all the nice little paint touches. And what are we doing here? Now we've got a lot of parts, a lot of bits. Here we go. Let's see here. Let's move this over here. Oh, okay. Well, that's already pretty much fallen off its sprue. We've got this little thing, and this little thing, and that little thing. This thing. Oh, looks like some, I don't know, oxygen tanks maybe? I don't know. We got a whole tree of parts there. Got our little safety sheet in the garbage. We got this little bench, I guess. I don't know. A little metal plate or plastic. Well, it's plastic. Everything's plastic. Whoa, hold on. This little thing. Just heard my text message. A nice little pipe here. And, oh, okay. Got a little piece of ladder looking thing and a tiny little squiggly pipe. Okay. Very nice, very nice. There we go. And the plastic clamshell in the garbage. Now I've so many text messages. I'll be right back. Okay, well those text messages were from a good friend of mine who is in law enforcement. And I was checking on his welfare, making sure he was good, and he is, and everything's fine. So we're gonna glue together these little, I guess, oxygen tanks. That's what they look like. So we're gonna glue the two halves together after a little Tamiya thin cement love. There we go. Okay, well, I guess we're clamping them. There we go. So we'll clamp those for about a minute or two and be right back. Okay, so they're glued together, and I also painted them with some of that AK dark aluminum. Just the tips. Just the tip. And we're gonna glue this in now. Let me put a little bit of Tamiya extra thin on there. I'm going to glue this in right behind here. I'm going to get those two little pins in there. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need to glue these little fellas in. Oh, man. Okay, well, we're going to, let's see here, clamp this down. Come on. Okay. And then we're going to take another clamp. What the hell? Why not? And we're going to clamp this fella. Nope. There we go. There we go. Don't breathe. Don't move. Let it glue. You could use crazy glue. It'll be instant-ish, but it won't weld the plastic. It's a little brittle. It could snap. So I'm going with the Tamiya cement. Just my personal preference from model building. It's, you know, is what it is. We'll be right back. Alrighty. That's glued down there nicely. Now we got to glue this little pipe in place. And this will go right there. So let me just get a little glue on that. Hold on a second here. Get it placed better. A little pinhole there. A little hole there. Oh, that's it. It's just a really tight fit, that first hole. That's good, though. Less worries about the things going out. So, yeah, it needs a little... It's got a tiny bit of flex to it. So we're going to just push down when we glue it in there. One sec. Okay, that's in there. And now what we need to do is get this little back wall in here. And we want to put it into these 3 slots and have these tabs facing back. All right. And they fit in there pretty well. I'm going to get some glue on it, and I'll be right back. Okay. So I just determined I painted this whole floor gunmetal instead of metallic gray. Oops, I screwed up. That being said, hopefully it's not too noticed. You'll all know, and I will know, but we'll see what happens when I get a spectator in the house that's coming over for dinner or to hang out or whatever to see if they notice. Oh, hey, why is that room darker? I was like, oh, it's no. So either way, we cut all the little parts off this other sprue here. We've got this little trash compactor. I don't know what the hell it is. We're going to glue this to the floor right there. There we go. Okay. And we also glued the 2 halves of this round thing together, and I painted the top with some rubber black, and I did a little bit of painting on the front of that gray thing. It looks more like a dishwasher, or one of those automated mozzarella stick machines at the movie theater. Those are great. Those things make perfect mozzarella sticks every time. And that's going to go right down here. And I'm going to get those glued down. Focus. I'll get those glued down. I'll kick off a batch of mozzarella sticks for everybody. And we'll be right back. Alrighty, everybody. when I was snipping this part, this is a good example. When I was snipping this part off of its sprue, it's painted on the sprue. As you know, painting on the sprue is it's actually a quite popular technique for some people. But when you cut it off the sprue, you do have that gray plastic showing on both sides here. And to fix that, this is a fairly good match. The AK off-white paint marker, RCM 002. It works quite well to color match those snips. But that being said, we're going to put some more parts on here. I also colored these, come on, focus, these plates with the dark aluminum paint marker. It's, since I already screwed up this floor plate, might as well add some extra colors to it. We got to put this little thingy in. I'm just, for expediency, I don't want to melt paint where it's visible. And that's the thing with the thin cement. It'll melt your paint right off. Any paint. Whatever you apply, whatever's already been applied to some of these parts, it'll melt that paint right off. So sometimes crazy glue is actually a better option. We got to put the little bench down. Here's another one where, you know, I got a lot of paint around here, and I don't want to risk melting any of that paint. So we're just gonna crazy ex-girlfriend glue this thing into place. I'm assuming it's a bench. I don't know what it is. But there's a lot of nice little details in here. It looks like a kitchen, to be honest. It looks like a kitchen from World War II. You know, like there's your oven, there's your mozzarella stick machine, there's your microwave. No, there's your bread box, there's your dishwasher. Like, who knows? It's funny. It does look like a kitchen to me. Tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, that's a kitchen countertop. But I wonder if there is a mess hall, like a kitchen in this thing. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Because, like, well, there's an engine room. Maybe is there a mess? I don't know. I got to double check. I might have already built it and not even known. We're going to glue this little guy down. So we got to glue it down. It's really hard to see. These pins, on this side. Okay, so let's do that quickly. And I'm getting text messages. She should know better. Jeez, honey. Oh my God. Is that 3, 4? Is anyone counting the dings? I don't know if you can even hear them. Glue that sucker down there. And now we got to assemble these two little halves together of whatever this little droid-looking thing is. I'm going to get these glued together. I'm going to do a little tiny detail painting on them, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our auxiliary bilge pump. Focus. Thank you. With a little detail painting, a little rubber black, a little dark aluminum, and a little bit of this bronze acrylic thing I've got. And we're going to go ahead and get this glued in. And I'm using the Crazy Ex-Girlfriend glue, which, you know, guys, I'm not a big fan, but this part is painted, so I don't want to mess up the paint, because then you'll see gray. And it's in. And it is much faster to set than the Tamiya thin cement. The thin cement from Tamiya or similar products, they do take a while to set up. Because the plastic has to melt and then re-solidify as the, glue evaporates. Okay, so we got that auxiliary bilge pump in there. We're going to start getting these little hull plate doohickeys in here. All right, we're going to get one there. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. It's a flat plate. We can just put like one little tiny blob of ex-girlfriend on there and drop this down. And it might need a tiny, tiny paint touch-up. I still see a little of that baby blue showing through. There we go. That's good. Perfect. And let's get the other part, this fella. Right? like that. Okay, so let's get a little bit of crazy on there. Okay, perfect, lovely. And now we gotta put this, oh, no, put this thing together. I guess it already fell off the sprue. That's just what we like, twist the parts off the sprue. Technically, I guess you could if you were a masochist. You know, if you like pepperoni in your pizza, yeah, sure, twist your parts off the sprue. That's fine. If you're a normal human being, sorry, New Yorker here. Don't take offense, Hawaii. If I have any Hawaiian viewers, aloha. But that being said, no, pepperoni does not belong on pizza. Every New Yorker pretty much will, every natively born and raised New Yorker. Let me rephrase that to make it more concise of a statement, because there's a lot of transplants in New York, and there's a lot of transplants in Atlanta. And you know what, New Yorkers, we are spoiled so bad with how much good food we have available to us. It's utterly amazing. And, you know, people might not believe it or understand it. And, you know, they might like Olive Garden, and think that's great Italian food. I do like the breadsticks at Olive Garden, I gotta say. But that's just bread. It's not good bread, but it's different bread. And I just like carbs. But yeah, I'm going off track here a little. So Todd paints this little R2-D2 thing. Oh, it's the main gyro compass. It's not R2-D2. Well, drat. Don't I sound like an idiot? Doesn't take a lot of work. We're going to just paint this little box here black with the rubber black paint pen. And where does it go? Let's see here. So that's going to go down right here. So let's just get a little cray-cray on here. Yo, dog, I heard you like gyro compasses, so I put a gyro compass on your gyro compass. There we go. All right. Almost glued my finger to that. And that's it. We're going to save these two other little tiny bits for the next pack. And so our kitchen is done. That's a trash compactor. Maybe one of those is the trash compactor. But yeah, so this thing looks, there's so many fun little details in this U96. I love it. Yeah, it's just very cool. It's very cool. It's going to be a fun model, and it's going to be a fun thing to show off. People come over, we get guests, and you know, my wife tells them, you know, or we're talking, and they're like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I do this for a living, and I have a YouTube channel. And like, oh, what do you do on YouTube? And I'm like, oh, I do model builds. And they're like, oh, what do you have? And I show off things. I have like my Optimus Prime is upstairs, my DB5 is upstairs, my Time Machine is upstairs, my Shuttle Tedarium is upstairs, one of my 16 scale tanks is upstairs, my Easy 8. And you know, everybody enjoys it. It's so weird. Like, people that you wouldn't think would be into models, they see this thing and they're like, you built that? And I'm like, yeah, it's so fun. But either way, thanks for coming, everybody. I'm going to go hop on a live stream with the Hobby Time Modelers now, and I will see you all next time. Don't forget to click below to the U96 build from Hachette, and like and subscribe and comment, and click my Amazon link and the Buy Me a Coffee link if you want. And have a great day. Adios.